Okay, I'm back. Man, 87 hours. I thought we were just about at 80 hours. We're almost at 90. Okay, well, we saved and,
N and M. Another version of us. What are we really? Why do we exist in the first place? The answers are within me, together with her hopes and dreams. I will give them a voice. I will make him hear our truth.
"300 days remain to the intersection. It seems we might make it."
Yes. It took every bit of our combined intellects, but we built it.
To prepare for the time our two worlds collide.
All that we are is contained within. Memories and our souls.
We will all be gone, and then reborn. Will it be a new beginning, or our demise? No one can tell us that.
Time will run its due course and show us the true meaning of our deed. In the distant past, what was once a single world was cleft in twain. Plus and minus, on the surface they were identical. These two worlds of opposing nature knew nothing of each other as they wended their way towards their own respective futures. However, the worlds yearned for each other. Against the solitude of existence, they strove to reunite. Though it would spell certain destruction, should the two worlds intersect, they would cancel each other out and cease to be, leaving only light. Light, a shining beacon in the darkness, the last common language left to us. Though we inhabited separate worlds, the medium of light allowed us to communicate for the very first time. And so we sought for a way to prevent total oblivion. We pooled our knowledge and through time gave birth to a single point of hope. Origin. An arc containing all the world's data, recorded in words of light, carrying hope into the future. Origin was a system we constructed to reboot the world's states. And then, time was upon us. The reboot process failed to initiate. Instead, in that instant, the worlds became still. By the will of Mobius.
So it's their fault.
And at the heart of it was their ringleader, Zed. You could say Zed embodies this frozen world.
But what does that achieve? Freezing everything.
Not a thing. He didn't need to do anything after that. Only to keep everything in its place in stasis and create an eternity to abide within. As was their wish.
He made our lives their sustenance.
Precisely so. In order to gain control of Origin, Zed captured the Kavesi Queen. To what end? To access the memories in Origin. To bend them to his will. He needed a key held only by its creators. A key? A heart might be more fitting. Zed used the key held by the Queen of Kevis and seized Origin in its entirety. Controlling Origin means controlling the world. And having shackled it, he can bend it to his will. Life and death are his playthings.
Life and death.
No one, not even M, knew the origins of this world.
So I guess you have another key.
Yes, it's in my possession. With its help, I was able to create the Ouroboros stones. Though most of the power is with Zed, I have been able to resist him to a small extent.
It's a cogwheel?
One of the gears from Origin. Through a process of catalysis between the Origin substrate and the core in my chest, I can generate the stones.
And thanks to that, we became Ouroboros.
Yes, but not completely.
Huh?
Remember, have you not succumbed to Mobius's power before? As I've said before, Zed commands the world's very fabric. Unfortunately, my own powers are sorely limited. And yet, you too can break Zed's fetters, as you've shown, smashing through the rules he established. With your Ouroboros powers and the Sword of the End, both.
The Sword of the End.
The sword you hold. It is a byproduct of resonance between the Kavesi Queen's heart and Origin.
Does that mean it's like an Ouroboros stone?
The Ouroboros stones and the sword, they're mere gimmicks. The crux of them lies with you. You see, there are keys inside of you too.
Inside of us?
Keys?
Finally, my efforts were rewarded. I'm glad to meet with all of you who embody hope.
Majesty, what is it that we must do?
Right. Infiltrate Origin, then free it and the Kavesi Queen from Zed. From the hands of Mobius once and for all.
If we do free it, will we get to change the world? It's so cruel and senseless. Can we undo that? Your Majesty,
If you desire to have a future before you,
I need to know. Zed and Mobius. Must they be our enemy?
Noah. Now that is something for you to decide. After confronting them and discerning for yourselves what they truly are.
All right.
Come this way.
Good to add more names.
Okay, that was quite the info dump. Again, very reminiscent of story point in Xenoblade 2,
Good thing we found this.
which literally happened like right before the end of the game. So I think we're just about there. And at 90 hours, like, we're definitely gotta be getting close.
Behold. There at the nadir of the vortex sleeps Origin.
In the sea?
Deep beneath the sea where none may tread, Zed spins his world-spanning web.
So you're saying the Queen of Kevis, she's there as well?
Well, snuff me. I want to save the Queen as much as the next guy. But how are we supposed to even get there? You can't even get near without being ripped apart.
Yeah, but if anyone were to know the trick, it's Queen Nia. Seeing as, you know, she's the mastermind behind the whole Origin shebang, yeah?
Right. Actually, I kinda don't.
But you're the Queen! How do you not know that?
This is shocking.
Absolute nonsense. I simply cannot believe this.
I don't know how to respond.
Come on, you lot. Rein it in now.
Huh? Hang on. Mio, don't you get to use those Mobius powers?
Well,
Then it should be a snap, right? Pew! We're there! Those clowns were doing it all the time!
actually,
Go on.
I can't use them right now. The Mobius powers.
What?
I noticed it right after we liberated the castle. I couldn't work out why myself. It was so sudden.
No! Is this why you blew us off saying to ask the Queen ourselves?
Sorry, Uni.
Oh, love.
I suspect it must be Zed.
Huh?
The power of Mobius. It's part of the flow and fabric of the world. What is permitted and what is prohibited is subject to Zed's whims. Even with Origin, not every Mobius knows of his existence.
But I was able to use the Ouroboros powers.
The power you currently wield is, let's say, external to the flow. Even Zed himself cannot grasp what's beyond his reach. Therein is my hope based.
We're still stuck, though. We know where to go, but we're kind of dead in the water here.
How to tackle the vortex, then? Mr. Salmon.
Mr. Salmon was, that Nopon from the city.
Yeah. Recall what he said about a ship that could brave the great sea. Ultimate vessel.
That right. Even vortexing raging great sea not slow advance. It'd go down in history as queen of boats. Still work in progress, but sure to bring to fruition someday. It's someone's dream.
Yeah, he did say that. Something about it being able to take on stormy weather.
Wait, wasn't that a work in progress, though?
I think he might have been drawing up blueprints.
Whatever Mr. Salmon said, he was pretty ardent about it.
Which must mean...
There might be a way to get there, after all. All right, let's go.
Yeah. Finally, our lucky break.
Looks like this place was worth the trip.
Better hurry. I hardly imagine Mobius will stand idly by.
Agreed.
Your Majesty!
Huh?
Thanks a lot. Things are looking up.
Sure.
Okay. I think I understand. If you're looking for Samon, he'll be in maintenance, same as usual. I'll send someone to get you. Just head on over.
Many thanks. We'll be outside the Cloud Keep.
Back to the city for a bit then.
Yeah. Travis arranged to have us
I
picked up at
almost
the
just jumped
entrance.
off. Man, I think we're kind of at the point, I think, at the story where it's a little hard to expect what could happen. Because up to now, I think it has sort of had the same, I don't want to say issue, but I'm going to say the word issue, that Xenoblade 2 had for, I would say, honestly, like 80% of the game. Not that the story was bad, but it was a little bit anime generic. And you could kind of see plot points that were going to have very specific payoffs. And this game has kind of had that as well. You know, kind of the stuff with Yorin. Like, obviously, that's like not like a plot point they're just going to leave open. They're like, oh, okay, well, obviously there'll be something there. There'll be some confrontation. But typically, this happened near the end of Xenoblade 2, where it was like, here's the info dump. And you're like, wow, I honestly didn't expect that. So I think we're right at the point where it's like, I really have no clue. But I think now it's kind of maybe definitely confirmed that it's same Nia, same Melia from 1 and 2. I mean, it was a little sad to hear, like, the worlds were, like, destroyed / frozen.
These entrance stairs are super long. Hey, that gives me an idea.
You want to do some
Not gonna
sprints
get
after?
that. I mean, I probably won't even be able to. The second I probably get there, I'm gonna get a cutscene
Ooh, did you
out
see
of the
that?
city and continue the story. Really, that was just one big elaborate cutscene. I was expecting people to
I'm
talk.
just glad the people in the city made it through unscathed.
Me too. It's a huge weight off my mind.
But I mean, we just had a handful of talking. That's what I'm looking for. But I don't know if those really affect like quest availability. I would think not, but I know doing certain other quests have other ones pop up, kind of like chain quests, but more direct. Which is why I'm kind of scrambling to get as many done as possible.
And it's crying out for me to eat whatever that is.
Also, I noticed in the last cutscene, looking a little scummy. I do want to clean my clothes. Went the wrong way. Still a really strange mechanic. And I'd have to look into why. I'd imagine it would not be something they'd put in the art book that is coming my way. Which I should get after the weekend coming up. Like I said, I definitely will talk about it since friggin' was a pain in the ass to get. Plus had to wait. Who would have thought that I'd still be playing Xenoblade by the time the special edition stuff shipped out? I mean, you're also talking to the guy who thought we would finish Digimon Survive in like 2 weeks. Which maybe would have happened if I like played for like 10 hours a day and didn't get tired. But I don't think I have it in me to play games for that long. Actually, it depends, because I was thinking about this too. I'm like man, like I have been streaming longer than normal, 4 to 5 hours. Compared to like the 2-ish that I would do on the old schedule. But like, yeah, just like playing games for that long, it really is gonna depend. The only one I can think of off the top of my head that I played for like seriously like 8 to 12 hours live was No More Heroes 3, a game I basically waited 10 years to play. So what could I see myself doing that with Breath of the Wild too? I'm honestly even like debating even streaming that game. Just because everyone and their grandma is going to be playing that. So like, if people aren't watching it, they're going to be playing it, and there are probably going to be many people who are playing it and watching it at the same time. Thanks for interacting. And like, honestly, and I might have something planned for Breath of the Wild 2. I can't stop calling it Breath of the Wild 2, by the way. I still have not moved to Tears of the Kingdom.
Let's make the most of our break, guys. Huh. There we go.
And it's weird because no other Zelda game has kind of had that issue. Like, no one called Majora's Mask Ocarina of Time 2, even though it is technically a sequel. I mean, there is Zelda 2, but, you know, point out somebody who actually enjoys Zelda 2. And maybe we'll have a discussion about it.
Friends mean old Butte. She tucked away, all cozy in dock number 3.
What? Really?
Curious?
We are.
All righty. Then please follow Sam on to port.
That was a very quick scene. Excuse me, I was trying to get your little star checked off.
I see
Thank
some
you.
relations have changed.
Honestly, I could probably skip this. I didn't realize that was like the same cutscene that was playing before. We could do the runaround or just fast travel. Well, I think this is going to be the last chunklet of game for today. I think we'll just maybe leg it. Pick up a bit of resources, maybe do a bit of fighting. Because it kind of feels like that same part in Chapter 6. Like, where it was like, okay, you're back in the open world. Like, it kind of feels like now is the time to start wrapping up some stuff. Plus, we did pick up another couple side quests there. For some classes, as well as needing to wrap up stuff that I haven't even started yet. Sort of. I mean, I have them in the discussion tab. Yeah, I just think it's really weird, like that it's just gonna be like Breath of the Wild 2, despite having very similar Zelda games before. Maybe it's because like Breath of the Wild was like such like a genre defining, well, not genre defining, but like a defining moment in Zelda games. It left so much of an impact. It was like, it's basically its own version of Zelda, which I think is honestly true. I could go into the talk where, like, you know, what's the best Zelda game? And for me, like, typically I don't want to include Breath of the Wild. Be like, oh, Breath of the Wild's clearly the best. Because it kind of is the best, but it's also, you know, pretty different from every other Zelda game. You know, the lack of, you know, picking up items. The dungeons aren't, you know, the same kind of dungeons that typically you'd get in, you know, every other Zelda. And yes, it only had 4, but Majora's Mask also only had 4. But Majora's Mask was kind of a different style of Zelda. Well, that was really not that far away. So I really hope Tears of the Kingdom, caught myself there. I hope it does kind of implement sort of more traditional aspects of Zelda into it. And I know that's going to be tricky when they want you to be able to go anywhere and do anything at any time. But I don't know. I wouldn't mind a bit of, like, you know, a bit more progression. And I could totally see, like, hey, like, you can do everything on, like, the, like, world map, but, like, maybe in, like, the sky, there's, like, not, like, linear progression, but, like, semi-gated progression. Where you gradually kind of get further and further and further along. That would be the only, really the only way I could see, like, maybe implementing both. Essentially kind of having, like, the light world and the dark world. But now it's, like, the sky and the ground, I guess.
Whoa, check this place out.
Oh, I've definitely gone the wrong way. I mean, let's give it a look. Probably some secret.
Good thing we found this.
And I don't know. Definitely there'd be a season pass, I would think, for Breath of the Wild. Tears of the Kingdom, I almost just call it... definitely just call it Breath of the Wild, too. Tears of the Kingdom. So definitely I could see Master Mode coming later. Or even at launch, after you beat it, maybe. But Master Mode is kind of annoying.
Wonder what's inside.
I booted up Breath of the Wild not too long ago. And I'm like, oh, I'll just do Master Mode, because that's where, like, the hardest enemies are. But it's kind of just makes the game a little more annoying to play. Early on, I should say. And the systems in Breath of the Wild aren't really deep. They are, like, versatile, but, like, they're not, like, deep enough to really, like, make the gaming experience, you know, feel better. Like, sneaking around higher, powerful enemies just to avoid it is not fun. You know, bosses regaining health is also not fun. Like, it kind of forced... I don't remember how I beat Master Mode, because I basically 100%'d it. Except for the Korok seeds. In Master Mode, did all the shrines again. Master Sword, fully powered up Master Sword, DLC dungeon. But I could see myself being like, hey, I'm just gonna grind for, you know, the 13 hearts you need to get the Master Sword, then start taking out the dungeons. That is essentially the best way, unless you have like ancient weapons or ancient arrows and, you know, stuff to make the bosses like easier, which I guess does kind of change the bit of the game. Requires you to prep a little bit more, but like the prep is not like prep, it's like play more of the open world before you do the temple stuff. At least the way I probably did it. But it is a tricky thing, a hard mode for Breath of the Wild. I wouldn't know how you could really kind of improve it besides like maybe adding a bit more rewards to maybe, you know, handling encounters different way. Maybe not having the regenning health, which was the worst part. That is just the worst part. Flat out. I'll just say the regen health is the worst part of master mode. And you definitely couldn't like do like reduced durability. And there's like food prep you could do as well, which I probably did, but could not tell you how much. But we'll see. We'll see how I sort of handle Breath of the Wild 2. I'm definitely fighting that guy.
I hope we can make use of this.
Yeah, I guess with this kind of being the last chunk, I'm gonna probably looking to wrap up stream pretty soon. I know it's a bit of a shorter one, and I could jump to Splatoon, but I do have stuff to actually do today, like not stuck at home. I do want to get that sort of rolling. But tomorrow, because it is October tomorrow, we're gonna start the themed content. We'll call it the October themed content. So we're gonna be playing Resident Evil Village tomorrow. And it is gonna be I say speed run. I'm just gonna use in-game time. I'm not gonna set up a timer or anything. But I did practice a couple runs. I did mention this, I think, the other day. But it's definitely doable. And I did check other speedruns to see like what they're doing. Because I'm like, well, do I want to do the speedrun on like a hard difficulty? Or do I want to do it on an easier one? The answer is easier. I did try a run on the harder difficulty. Number one, just encounters are longer. Which already slows down the run. But I honestly just ran out of resources at a certain point and just physically couldn't finish the run with what I had. So it won't be max difficulty. I might do another run. I might just do like max difficulty normal playthrough, because we are getting the DLC this month for Resident Evil, so I'll definitely be playing it probably later. I'm gonna try for the burst combo. Let me get the side break. No. That did not work as intended. It's weird that there's going to be like 2 Capcom games like on the docket for a little bit, because Ghosts and Goblins is definitely like going to be happening. What could we do? What could we do? I'm thinking, how could we wrap this up and not have it be screwed up? I don't think it's possible. It'll be 60. I think we could do it. Remember when I thought I said I think we can do it? That was a big, kind of a big fail all around there. But I think we should be okay as long as we don't get what's his name on recharge and he has 0. Okay, it's fine. Okay. Who had Days? Days and Burst. I don't think that would work. Perfect. Great that the 2 healer classes actually had those moves. Now I definitely want to see if I can get that move. Okay, yeah, Origin Blade. It just is like that. Reduce all. Oh, he's toast.
See? This is our path to the future.
Maybe a little too good, but I'm sure I'll need it.
Is this like a rare thing?
I would imagine these guys would have nothing or out leveled for a reward. Oh, not quite actually.
Don't try to stop us.
Easy coins.
Come after me, and that's what you get.
If only you didn't charge off on your own.
What are we at? 84, and I used a bunch of them already. And probably wasted a few because I just didn't use them. Doesn't look like you could cap at 99, but I think it does. Oh yeah, Resident Evil, Ghosts and Goblins, Signal Simulator. And I want to try and do some streams later at night. That's kind of the time. But Resident Evil, I think I'll do it just normal hour. Resident Evil, Ghosts and Goblins as well. But Signal Simulator, I want to play later. And there are a couple other games that I think would maybe fit better at night. Maybe like Graveyard Keeper / Graveyard Simulator. Is this open now? Probably quest related.
Whoa, got a rare doodah right here.
But I think we'll just do this cutscene and then we'll call it. Oh. Wouldn't have thought there was a discussion here, actually. Glad I took the long way around.
So where's the place Mr. Salmon told us about?
It's about this dock, number 3. Ship is culmination of life ambition. So if anything happened, Samon die of heart fracture. That's why he hidden sneaky like. Is that where you're keeping it? Dock number 3. Right this way, please. Samon take you.
So this is it. The ship that can conquer the Great Sea's vortex.
Sweet! And you got it all ready, too.
It's like a different beast from what we've been using.
I'd venture to call it a masterwork. There's a real sense of power behind this craft.
Please not to get garments in twist. This is just hull.
Just the hull.
Key element of engine not quite ready yet. Ship without engine is like torpedo wrap without filling of tasty sausage.
That crime against cuisine! Torpedo wrap without tasty sausage like ship without engine! Mr. Salmon, what is it the engine needs?
To be precise, just need core component. Is this part here, and still need 6 more to make. Unfortunately, only have this one here.
I've seen that metal before. It's the same as Noah's sword, right?
Yeah, looks like it.
Also, it's same as metal that go inside fancy eye patches of lost numbers. Friends know eye patches block Mobius tracking, surely?
Yeah, we heard that from Monica.
That because eye patch emits special wavelengths. This here shows sources of such waves. Points of light on map indicate where metal can be located, but Salmon could not visit. Every place is fearsome scary.
Can't you just use the metal from the eye patches?
Those important equipment for lost numbers, so no can do. And even if could, metal is stretched into thin foil, making total amount not sufficient.
That's a shame.
Mia, look over here.
Yeah, the Cloud Keep. It's that thing that the Queen had.
Mr. Salmon, so if we got you 6 more, you could complete the ship?
Naturally. With that can make ship with power and defense that weather any storm or hole in sea.
How long would it take to build?
Would give it 3 days, tops.
Wow, that's real snappy.
Good, as time is of the essence.
All right, let's crack on.
Yeah. Mr. Salmon, don't you worry. We'll get you your parts.
Meh.
Wait, hold Ponios. Salmon thinks Salmon deserves some kind of explanation. Ah, right. Here's the thing. Now Salmon get it. So friends want to use ship. Well then, that only mean one thing. To make friends search for core parts easier, someone must update data from previously. How's that? Data derived from observed source could... Wait. Data derived from observed source could only show broad stroke position. But now, Salmon will make data more precise. Currently, it can only constrain the area of about 2,000 square metri. But with a bit more elbow grease, should be able to increase accuracy to within 200 metri. That's good, right? This will be a walk in the park then. Indeedy do. It might take less time than I'd anticipated. Right. Mr. Salmon, sir. You're sort of a hero right now. So, friends currently have any ideas? Definitely. We know who has the part in the Antia region. We should go there now. Splendid. And while friends itinerate. Oh my gosh, I don't know why that word was so hard for me to say. Salmon will analyze remaining locations. We'll send details when ready. Hope friends excited. Thank you, Mr. Salmon. All right, then. Let's get going. Yeah, first stop, the Cloud Key. Oh, a side quest. That's mandatory. I might do this off stream, and then we'll just come back when main story is
Let's go
okay.
someplace else.
But I'm gonna call it here. Looks like we're going on a world travel anyway. Doesn't look like anyone else is on.
I should write this all down.
I'm just gonna go. Yeah, tomorrow. It's not gonna be Xenoblade. It's gonna be Resident Evil. I don't know. We might hop on Xenoblade. It's only gonna be a few hours for Resident Evil. It depends on if I feel like doing maybe more than one run.
Getting dark already.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna get something to eat soon. Get stuff ready for YouTube.
Let me just fix this.
And then get stuff ready for tomorrow. So I'm gonna go. Thanks for watching. And have a good one.